Try and say something. Come on. Come on. Yes, that's it. Look, Phil is in trouble and we've got to try and help him.
Mrs. Russell, there's been a telephone call for you. The receptionist has the details.
Sorry, can I get it later, please?
I think it was from your son-in-law's solicitor.
Right.
I'm going to start doing some tests that will help me to assess the extent of any possible cerebral damage. We'll have a better idea of Nicola's condition later today. In the meantime, why don't you try and get some rest?
I'm fine. Actually, you know, I will go and find out what the solicitor wants.
Nicola, I'm Dr. Smith. I want you to try and blink if you understand me. Now, can you try and squeeze my hand?
Well.
Don't get too excited, it's only water.
Pity. Thought you might be drowning your sorrows.
Oh, and which particular sorrow would that be? You've given me so many to choose from.
Not guilty this time. I was talking about your little playmate, Eddie, staggering off into the sunset.
Mock him if you like. He's twice the man you'll ever be.
Well, he's a lot more perceptive, I'll give him that. It took me years to get away from you. I think Italy's a bit excessive, mind.
Oh, hi.
You all right?
Yeah.
Listen, you thought any more about tonight?
Yeah, I think I'm just having a night in, actually.
Oh, night in.
Yeah, I honestly don't fancy it. I'm really shattered.
You sure that's the only reason? Oh, I see. Like that, is it?
No, I want you to come round and watch telly or something.
No, I'm all right. I wouldn't want to keep you up.
Des, I do hope I wasn't the bearer of bad tidings this morning. I noticed Minty's letter was from a credit card company.
Are you all up for gossip or something, Virginia?
No, I'm just a little bit worried about him.
All right, since when? Listen, Minty's problems are his business and nobody else's, all right?
Mom, what's the latest?
Nicola's come out of her coma.
Well, that's good. So what's the problem?
I've just had a call from Phil's solicitor. He's been charged with murder.
Oh, come on, you can hardly pretend to be surprised.
I know he's innocent.
No, you believe he's innocent. That is not the same thing.
Jake, he is not a murderer. I wish you realised that instead of putting a noose around his neck.
Now, I told the police what I saw. It's up to them what conclusions they draw.
You share those conclusions, do you? Come on, Jake, wake up. Phil has been framed. Sam told the police lies to take the heat off himself. I think he was responsible for Nicola's accident.
What?
He realised that her testimony would make all the difference if he was caught. Now, you can believe what you want, Jake. But I'm not going to let that young man destroy this family. Now, I've got to get to the police station. Phil's solicitor asked me to take some things down.
Come. I'll go with you.
Thank you.
Come on, ladies and gents. This is your once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to own an authentic piece of Minty Sutton memorabilia. That record could be yours for £5 English.
Glad to see he's taking steps, Minty.
Steps?
Raising the money to pay back that 600 quid.
Oh, yeah. That hat'd really suit you, you know.
Nah. I don't play baseball. I have got a bat, mind you.
What's brought all this on?
Just a bit of life laundry, you know, Virginia.
I thought you said your music collection was very precious to you.
Yeah, well, music moves on. It's about time that I did. Get rid of some of this old vinyl and make way for more cutting-edge CDs. You know, this hat'd really suit you, Virginia. Give you a bit more street. Work wonders for William Hague.
No, thanks. How's business?
It's early days yet. I mean, I've had a lot of interest, but nothing that you'd call material.
So you haven't sold anything?
No.
Good, because I want to take your CDs and your records off your hands.
Which ones? Because, I mean, I doubt there's any...
No, I want to take all of them. So, what do you think? £1,000?
£1,000?
Mm-hmm.
But that's That's £1,000, Virginia. That's 10 big ones, 4 figures. I mean, there's no Montevani or Liberace in there, but it's mainly old school hip-hop.
Oh, maybe I need a little bit of, what did you call it? Street? Now, do I make this check out to you personally?
Oh, I get you. You've been talking to Des, haven't you? You think I'm some sort of charity case?
No,
Virginia, you offer me £1,000 for a bunch of records and CDs that you're never even going to play. And you gave me a tenner for that worthless piece of tat the other day. It all makes sense now. Look, you're trying to buy your way into heaven, but why don't you just go to Oxfam or something? Because I don't want your sympathy. Thank you very much.
Oh, great. This is just what we need.
Look, I just wanted to know how Nicola was doing.
You've got a nerve.
I'm sorry?
Well, aren't you going to ask how Phil is, too?
Look, I just wanted to show my concern, that's all. I didn't mean to upset you.
Upset her? Now, that must be the understatement of the century. My sister is in intensive care because of you.
Look, just back off, will you? I know you've had a lot on your mind, but you don't know what you're saying. I wouldn't hurt Nicola. And if I hadn't been there, she'd be in a far worse state than she is now.
Really? Well, we'll soon find out the truth. She's come out of her coma. She's getting better. Now, I wonder what she's going to have to say. What are you afraid of, Sam?
Nothing. Let's just hope she tells the truth, shall we? Because we all know she doesn't have a great track record where that's concerned, don't we?
You get out of here before I throw you out.
Oh, I'd like to see you try.
Really?
Stop it!
Get out. You're sacked.
No chance.
There's no need for this. Sam, I think your shift is starting.
You know, I don't believe you. You've just given me a long speech about how Sam is destroying our life, and when I try to do something about it, you stop me.
I appreciate what you're doing.
Do you?
What do you think is going to happen if we sack him?
He'll disappear, I hope.
Exactly. We give him the perfect excuse to leave the area. I want him here when the truth comes out. All right, let's go.
Tell you what, mate. Why don't me and you have a party? You can invite a couple hundred of your mates. That'd do me. Look, if there's a crack in it or anything, it's sold as scene, love.
Oh, well, I might just hold you to that. Do you know how much this is worth?
What?
Well, it's a 17th century slipware jug. Now, in auction, it would bring anything up to £4,000.
I don't believe it. You mean I had the solution to my problems in my hands all this time and I let it go for a tenner? I don't think I can get any lower.
Well, I wouldn't throw yourself off the top of the hotel yet. Take it. Yes. Minty, it is your inheritance, and I didn't know how much it was worth when I bought it. I just can't go through with it.
I don't know what to say.
Well.
Thanks. Thanks a million.
No. We've had enough spontaneous affection for today, Minty, I think.
No. People have got you all wrong. If there's anything you ever want from me.
Well, just take good care of that. And there is a matter of £10 that you owe me. Thank you.
Sorry to have kept you, Mrs. Russell. As you can imagine, I am rather busy.
Sorry, yes, I've just bought my son-in-law a few things, clothes, toiletries.
Not exactly my department. But if you speak to the duty sergeant, I'm sure he'll make sure Mr. Berry gets them. Now, there's nothing else.
Wait, please, I do need to speak to him.
I'm afraid that's not possible at the moment.
I only want a few words.
We're having a few words with him right now. Look, if you come back tomorrow, we'll see what we can do. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Are you having a night in tonight?
Girl can change her mind, can't she?
Yeah, I'm beginning to realise that.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Don't play games with me, Abby. I thought you were different than that. I thought we could be honest with each other.
Okay, I've not been completely honest with you. I want you to know that...
Listen, You don't have to explain. It's like Minty says. Now that you look the way you look, you're bound to want someone else.
Well, Minty's talking through his backside.
Yeah, what's new?
I don't want anybody else. I've already told you I love you.
So how come you don't want to go out with me anymore?
It's not that I don't want to be with you, it's just the going out.
Oh, I see. So what you're trying to say is you don't want to be seen in public with me, is that
No! Every time we go out, it costs money. It's really expensive and I can't afford it, Des.
Well, that's all right. I generally pay for everything anyway.
Exactly. That makes me feel terrible. I like to pay my own way. I don't like scrounging off you all the time.
But it's not scrounging. If I wasn't happy to do it, then I wouldn't do it.
Well, I'm unhappy. It makes me feel uncomfortable. The only thing I want you to spend on me is time. Can you not see that?
Is there anything good on the box tonight? I'm sorry.
All right for some. If only they knew, eh? You all right?
Yeah, I didn't take your advice, I'm afraid. I couldn't do it in the end. It's better off not knowing how I feel.
You're brave, Trace.
Anyway, what about you? He was your boyfriend.
Oh, no, I'm all right. Nothing that a girly film and a couple of hours of comfort eating wouldn't solve. You interested?
Sounds good.
You know the worst thing?
What?
I have to live permanently with my mother. Give me strength.
Well, it's still too early to make a definitive diagnosis. Nicola's made enormous strides in the last 24 hours. She's regained consciousness, as much as we could have hoped for at this juncture.
But she could still be brain damaged.
The degree of injury can vary enormously and isn't always permanent. She's beginning to respond to commands and is regaining mobility in her arms and hands, which is a positive sign.
How badly is she?
As I said, it's early days. However, it is clear that Nicola has no idea how she got here or how the accident happened. I'm sorry.
French airstrike causes chaos for staff and passengers in airline at 8:30 tonight. Before vegetarian Uri Geller faces a bug-eating challenge. In I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here at 9 o'clock.